Among the snapshots of everyday life, one particular frame stood out: J-Hope and Kim Taehyung, known to the world simply as V, shopping together. At first glance, it was nothing extraordinary. Two global superstars enjoying a rare moment of normalcy. But in the ever-watchful eyes of fandoms, no detail is too small, no accessory too trivial. Soon, every gaze converged on a single object resting against V's chest. A necklace. It wasn't just any necklace. Zooming in with forensic precision, fans noticed the pendant carried an engraving. The initials JV. For some, it was an innocuous detail. For others, it was the thread that unraveled a bigger story. Initial theories suggested it might be from luxury house Celine, a favorite of the BTS member. But within hours, fashion-savvy voices quickly shut that down. The original design doesn't even feature the letters JV. And just like that, the narrative shifted. In online spaces where speculation is both currency and sport, the two letters morphed into something more intimate: Jennie V. The initials were no longer a stylistic flourish, they became a coded message, a possible confirmation of what fans had long whispered: a relationship hiding in plain sight. Was it a bespoke love token? A deliberately bold gesture? Or perhaps the most subtle form of a public confession? The intrigue didn't stop there. Adding fuel to the fire, film director and producer at Charmian, a known friend of Jennie, uploaded an Instagram story of V throwing the ceremonial first pitch at a Los Angeles Dodgers game. That alone might have been harmless. But the caption choice was surgical. Lyrics from one of Jennie's own songs. To fans, this wasn't coincidence. It was alignment, a subtle nod, the kind of inside signal only industry insiders dare to share. If they weren't close, why would she post this? One fan asked rhetorically. Clearly, she knows something we don't. What's fascinating about this wave of speculation is how different the public response feels compared to similar scandals of the past. Once upon a time, such rumors might have unleashed outrage, heartbreak, even betrayal among die-hard fans who built their idols into untouchable fantasies. But scrolling through the comments this time reveals something strikingly different. A collective warmth, even celebration. I'm jealous, but this is adorable. They're perfect together. Such a beautiful couple. Imagine holding hands in Paris. I agree, they look like the real deal. Instead of denial or anger, there was a chorus of approval. A shift in tone. A new emotional vocabulary emerging within the fandom space. Of course, the alleged relationship between V and Jennie isn't entirely fresh news. Over the past year, whispers have followed them across continents, from strolls in Paris to suspiciously coordinated fashion choices, matching accessories, overlapping locations, echoes of a story that fans have been piecing together like detectives on a case. This time, however, something feels different. With tangible objects like the necklace and implicit endorsements from industry friends, the puzzle seems more complete, the narrative harder to dismiss. And yet, the silence is deafening. Neither HYBE nor YG Entertainment, the companies steering the empires of BTS and Blackpink, have issued a confirmation or denial. This deliberate neutrality has become its own kind of performance. By refusing to comment, they leave fans in a liminal space. A theater of speculation, where imagination thrives and meaning is constructed not by official press releases, but by collective interpretation. As one witty fan quipped, idol relationships aren't built on facts anymore. They're built on everyone's inner Sherlock Holmes. Which raises the bigger question. Are these signs genuine proof of romance, or merely the projections of a fandom eager for a love story? Perhaps it doesn't matter. What's more fascinating is the cultural shift underneath. Idol dating, once treated as a betrayal, is being reinterpreted, almost romanticized. What was once unthinkable now feels possible, acceptable, even desirable. Fans are no longer asking, "How dare they?" Instead, they're whispering, "What if they really are in love?" That subtle transformation in perception, from outrage to curiosity, from disapproval to support, might be the real headline here. Because beyond the initials on a necklace, beyond Instagram captions and Parisian handholding, lies a more profound truth. The relationship between idols and their audiences is evolving. The mythology of perfection is giving way to something more human, more relatable, more authentic. And perhaps that's why this story resonates so deeply. It's not just about V and Jennie. It's about the cultural moment they represent. One where fans don't just consume narratives but actively construct them, where the line between fantasy and reality is constantly blurred, and where love itself becomes part of the stage. So, are V and Jennie truly together? The evidence may remain inconclusive. The silence may continue. But the collective imagination has already decided. This time, fans feel they understand. And maybe, just maybe, that understanding is the real story.